Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm going to show you how I made these custom cutouts. This top layer is glitter HTV, so it has to be heat pressed onto glitter cardstock. And if you will hold out to the end of the video, I am going to go back and show you how I designed these cutouts. It is the school logo, and a lot of these school logos I have to play around with and redesign them to get them to work for a cutout. So I will show you different ways you can do that. So I'm just weeding this glitter HTV. This is Cricut brand, and I was really disappointed. I was excited when I ordered it. It was fluorescent orange, but once it's pretty light, and once it is heat pressed, it's even lighter. So I was not happy about that. It does make it a lot easier if you have little bitty pieces like that or intricate pieces to heat press them. So that's the only time I heat press, and I'll show you. So that's some glitter cardstock. That's some that I had gotten off Amazon. I'll have a link for that. It's in my Amazon store. That is a Teflon sheet. This is my little heat press, mini heat press. Thank you, Connie. So when I first do it, I like to hold it in place for a few seconds and move all over the cutout till I've reached all of it. And then I'll start ironing, basically. And I will go over them about 3 different times. So first with the Teflon sheet, and then once with it still has the clear over the glitter HTV. So I'm doing it over that next. And then after I peel that off, I'll do it one more time with the Teflon sheet. Just want to make sure that it heat presses really well, and I have that set to low. You can see there. And now I'm just going over it the 3rd final time just real quick. Now, one thing I don't like about doing the heat press version or the glitter HTV is they always try to curl on you. So the more layers you have, the less it's going to curl, but it will curl. So I have a book right there, a hardcover book, and every time I did one, I would shove it in between those books, the pages of the book, so it wouldn't curl as easily until I could get it glued onto the other section. So this cutout is going to be 4 layers. There's the paw, which is the glitter HTV, and then the white is glitter cardstock, and then there's going to be 2 Texas layers, and those are also glitter cardstock. Now this tape is special tape. It's for heat pressing. I bought it for sublimation purposes, but it works really great for these little things because, as you saw, it's not going to stay. When you put it on the cardstock, it's not going to stay where you put it. So if you've got some of this tape, which I also got from Amazon, and it should be in my store under sublimation. I think I've got a section that says sublimation. Anyway, that tape is really wonderful for that. It's just like you saw, it just takes a piece and you can reuse it several times just to hold everything in place, because there's nothing more frustrating than heat pressing and then realizing it didn't stay where you put it, because you want it centered perfectly. And I did film this on both my camera and my phone because I wanted to do a little TikTok of it as well, which I've already done. So you'll see both versions in this video if you're wondering why it's going back and showing back and forth. Same thing. So I've got my camera overhead and then my phone is kind of off to the side. But yeah, doing those little pieces or intricate pieces, the glitter HTV is definitely the way to go if you have that option. I've got several different colors, but the only bad thing about using different materials when you're talking, especially when you're talking about glitter products, is they never want to match up. Orange is one of the worst ones. Burgundy is going to be another one that's bad. Blues, they never match up correctly. Purples, it's just, to me, orange is one of the worst ones. So every place you order from is going to be a completely different orange. And I want a really bright orange, like an orange. I don't want a pumpkin. I don't want a really light orange. I want orange. It's not easy to find. And here's the Texas layer. That's the very top layer right there. And then the white layer. So those are just going to get glued together. And I use the art glitter glue that's in my Amazon store as well. The only thing you won't find in my Amazon store is TJ's reverse tweezers, and you have to order those from tjsmagictouch.com. They are a game changer when you're doing cutouts. I do suggest you go buy you a pair or a 3-pack like I got. See, I had that in the book so it wouldn't get curled. And I always press my cutouts after making them. And by press, I mean I put them in between sheets that are non-stick, which those are just my shipping label backings because they are super slick. And so nothing will stick to those. Put one on the top, put one on the bottom, and then stack books on top of it. Hardcover books, put it on like a dresser or something. Make sure you've got something protecting your dresser though in case glue leaks out. And I just leave them overnight or for 24 hours and they are nice and pressed and they do not come apart. I've not had any issues since doing that. It works for me. So let's see, you can see I'm filming from my phone now. And those little bottles, gotten some from Amazon, some from Temu. I do have those in my Amazon store as well. And that's just a Kleenex. I just use a Kleenex to dab, to absorb any glue that's leaked out. But that glue does clear. It dries clear, so you don't have to worry about any of that. But a little bit of glue goes a long ways with these. You see those turned out really, really pretty, but over on the left, that is cardstock from Hobby Lobby, and it's a lot darker, so the oranges don't match up. Alright, so this is about how I designed this cutout. So here's the one that I cut out. I cut out 4 of them. So you see it was 4 layers. This was the layer in the HTV, and the rest of that was glitter cardstock. So you can see the paw print, and then I offset the paw print. And then I have 2 layers of the Texas, but of course you got the paw right there too. And that's about how it looked. Not exact. So here is their logo. Sometimes you can download the school logos. And as you can see, it's got all these holes. It's got that outline. So this black outline right here, that would not cut out well. That would not do well. There are several school logos you're going to see like that, especially if it's like just a letter, like an M or something. You'll see that it'll be kind of like a varsity font, but it'll have this outline, and that is impossible pretty much to cut out. It'll cut out, but trying to get it off the mat is almost impossible. Usually it's a very thin line. And it's been a few weeks since I did this, so I'm trying to remember exactly what I did. Actually, I think I need to duplicate it. I also have just a silhouette of Texas here. Sometimes, you know, I have to build my own logo and just make it similar to theirs. So you could find a paw print that was similar and offset the paw print and then weld that with the Texas to get this design over here. But sometimes you can use the school logo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off, let's see, sometimes you can play around with different things like that and get different looks. See, that would be very thin. That would be very difficult to cut out. And there you have just the Texas with the paw print would be open and that would be outlined. that would be possible to cut out there if you wanted to do it that way. You know what, I'm going to hide all of them, see what we get. We should just have the Texas. That's a little different than what mine looks like, so that tells me, but this looks similar. So that tells me I didn't do it that way. You see those don't match up, even though that's bigger. But these are all possible ways you could do it. Something like that. Move that back over. I don't remember how I did the Texas. That looks very similar to that one. It's just right there. I think I offset it with this and redid that part. Welded it together. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's see. What was that one? Okay, here we go. That's a little different. Yeah, this is what I used. I used this part, so I just saved this part right here of it. So see, when you play around with them, you get completely different looks. You get that. So I just play around with the contours until I see one that I think will work for me. I'm going to pull this back out. I'm going to go ahead and hide again. This time I'm going to keep the paw. It should all be paw stuff right there. Okay. And there we have the paw. Now I'm going to, let's go ahead and make that orange. And I'm going to offset it. I don't remember how much. I don't think I did 2.5. I think maybe I did 2. And let's make that white. Now we want to hide all those little holes, so we're going to hide all the contours. Okay. And that looks like the same paw right there. So that's how I did the paw. Right there. Oop. Now, let's see, let's make this a little bigger. And it was something like that. There's different ways, like I said, you can do this. If I remember correctly, this is about what I did here. And I just tried to find, no, I went down further than that. Maybe I went over further. I don't remember. I didn't do it. This isn't going to be exact how I did it there. I don't think I went over that far. I think I just made that a little bit bigger. I need to duplicate that too. Because what I'm going to do is, oops, I made to do that, was weld it together is what I meant to do. That's still not exact. Yeah. And maybe I just offset it a little bit. Like I said, it's been a few weeks ago since I did this, so I don't remember exactly. There it is. That's what I did. I just offset it. So the offset was 1.5 was about what I did. Let's make that black. Let's see if we can get this close. But these are all ideas of how you can mess around with these logos and make them work for cutouts. I usually have to change something or other. And you can see that's pretty stinking close to what I did. And then another offset. I don't remember exactly what that one is. Looks like it was probably 0.15 as well. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that. And this is about 5 by 5. And so you can see that's almost exactly it. So, you know, you just have to play around. I'm not going to save that because that's not the one I cut out. I want to save the original ones. But again, if you can't get the logo to work out, and you know, there's some that will have like an initial on the Texas, and so you can pull up and do, let's say it's an M. This one's an M, so M is on my mind here. But like I've got varsity font, I've got some different sports fonts, but I'll just do that one. And you need to get the M, let's say it's in the Texas, so whatever font you find that's close, and let's say it's something like that, and then all you'd have to do is slice it, and then you got your M in there. Or you can cut your M out separately, do a solid Texas, do your M separately, and so you can offset this. And then of course I would hide the contour so it's a solid piece. So now it's just 2 layers. That would be easy. Make a solid one that time. Let's see. You could do an M, offset the M, make that orange. Do that. Ooh. So do it like that. So you would cut out 2 layers of M, and then say offset all of that in orange. No, that wouldn't look good with the orange. So I would do that in white. Do that in, I'm just giving you some ideas here with school logos. I really just have to play around with them. Some of them you can get them to work, and then sometimes you can buy some. You can buy some off Etsy. I found some good logos off FABRICA. But that would be 4 layers, and that would be very cute. So I've made some that are just very similar to what they have. I do that a lot. So I hope that gave you some ideas. I hope that helped. And good luck with your logos. If you have any questions, give me a shout out, give me a comment. If you appreciate this video, please give it a thumbs up and give me an emoji, comment, thank you, whatever, just something to help the YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to do all the YouTubey things like thumbs up, share, subscribe, comment. Please be kind with those comments. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and happy mom making, happy crafting, everyone. God bless.